G'day everyone, and welcome to Good Morning Brick World. Hope that you're all doing well. I'm Matt Elder over in London, UK, and here is Doc and Hive. Enjoy.
Good morning, Brick World.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brick World!
Brick Hive.
Brick World.
Brick World. Oh, Brick Hive and
Dok Sampson.
and the fellow viewers. Welcome and good morning.
From Brick Bunnies TV.
Benjamin.
And Bonnie.
Good morning, Brick World. Is that right? Is that right what I'm saying? Good morning, Brick World.
Brick World. Good morning, Brick World, from me, Mayo Hosco, and enjoy today's episode. Good morning, Brick World.
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 Morning, Brick World. Doc and Hive are awesome.
All right, so flip up the thing.
It's because I gotta scroll up every time.
I know there's so many in that thing.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Brick
everybody.
World.
Good morning.
Woo, man. It's like the heat is on, man, when you're trying to get all those things going on at the same time. And at the same time, I'm trying to keep up with the comments so I can, do the good morning. Everybody's saying good morning and stuff. I got to tell you, speaking of the intro, though, I can't figure out which one's my favorite because I got to tell you, I love the one that Moto does with Brick Blaze.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, my ego really loves the one that Adora Build does. Which says
Yeah.
Doc and Hive are awesome. So it's a tough call. It's a tough call. Goodness, I didn't even finish.
They all make me smile. They all make me smile. Well,
Yeah, I know they all make me smile.
Hit some more.
Yeah. So maybe we should just go down the comments instead. It'd probably be easier since we're trying to play catch up here. But first of all, let me just check with you guys. How are you guys?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you, Hive? How are you, TJ?
Doing good.
I'm doing all right. I got a little bit of anxiety tomorrow going on because I start my new job tomorrow.
Ooh, okay.
But hey, it's all good. It's all good. I got the confidence. I feel like a winner, and
yeah, you got the job. You got the job. So yeah, congrats.
Yeah, but now it's about performance. You know what I mean?
Well,
so. Look, I'm fine. I'm fine with that, man. I've got so much experience and everything. It's just a matter of like when you go to a new system and everything, you got to learn what their policies are and what their direction is and stuff. But anyways, Brightest Witch Bricks.
hey!
Goodness. I know this is the first thing I highlighted when I came into the chat here, but let me just say thank you so much. And together.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy.
Oh, had to do the thing. Ha ha!
Yeah,
I love that thing.
Right off the bat. But thank you again, Lauren. I appreciate that so much. All right. So, good morning to Lauren. Good morning to Macro. Good morning to Brick Fighters.
Hey, back, bro. Big bite.
Oldendorf, good morning to you. And
did he get that prize yet? Is there a video? Is there a whole video?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's coming, but yeah,
all
not
right,
yet.
okay.
Actually, I got a lot of stuff. I'm getting ready to go to the post office again tomorrow because I just did another whatnot auction that went very successful.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right, yeah, congrats on that too.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's see, where did I say? I left off on Macron or Oldendorf.
Yeah.
Scott. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Scott Davis. Let's see here. Going down the list, we got Zizu. West Coast Bricks. Good morning to you guys. Let's see. Moving on. Cat Colors. Good morning to you.
Cat Colors. Okay. Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Try to throw a little accent in there. Click and Cliff. Yo, I gotta tell you, Cliff, you do look pretty in a dress, but the extent that you guys go through, man, for your viewers. I
tell you, yeah. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Anywho, watcha. We're fooling with the bricks. What's going on, Barry? I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Let's see. Moving on. Sorry, going down the chat. I just noticed, when everybody says hi to each other and stuff.
I see you, Chef T.
Chef T. Good morning to Chef T. Nicole, also known as Lady Mech Brick. By the way, Nicole, I just wrapped up I've got about 90% of the filming done for the stop motion for you.
Right.
So I'll be reaching out to you soon for your voice talent.
Is that going to be Captain Marvel? Captain Britain? No. Oh, something different. Okay.
No. That's the eviction.
We're still there. You're still there. Okay, never mind. Sorry. No pressure. Yeah. No pressure, Hive. No pressure. I know.
Sorry. It's been a lack of me. Well, the first time it was just I had to go and redo a bunch of stuff, but now it's just me not working on it right now. But anyways,
okay.
Let's see. We said hi to Barry. We said hi to Nicole. Let's see. Moving on. BBTV. Good morning to you.
Hey.
We got a Hoarder 66. What's up, Will? Good morning. How you doing? See, Ben's Brick Design. Good morning.
Ben's Brick Design. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Awesome builder.
Yes, definitely. A couple of brickheads. I believe that's probably Sean right there. So good morning to you, Sean. I see Agents of Mock in the house.
Hey, Troy. Hey, Troy.
Troy, good morning. Let's see here. Man, it's hard to keep up with the chat sometimes.
Rula, there's a Rula out there.
I see. I haven't seen Rula yet, but good morning, Rula. I'll see you here soon, but good morning to you.
You way behind.
I'm way behind, man. Lego Eric, good morning to you. Simon, good morning.
Did somebody say Mayo?
Did somebody say Mayo? No? Actually, all three of us just did. Good morning, Mayo. How you doing? T-Mog, good morning to you.
Hey, I don't know if I should be happy about that.
Simon as well. Hello, Simon.
Hi, Simon. Why, you got beef with T-Mog?
Yeah, I'm still burnt over that whole win he did on me, that wheel thing. Oh my god. Oh man, it was down to me and him, and then he win it. Yeah.
Shame, man. It's a low down, dirty shame. Moments of the magic. I saw you in the chat from Whatnot last night. I appreciate you being there. But good morning to you, Moments of the Magic. See, there's Chef. There's the Brick Babe. Good morning.
Brick Babe, hey.
We got Dude Jude. Hello,
Dude. Hey, Jude. Yeah. There we go.
Good morning, Dude Jude.
He loves that.
Amberlia Builds. What's up, Amberlia? Good morning to you.
Hey.
And I haven't said it, but yeah, already we've said good morning to a couple people that are going to be in the panel today. We're having a subscriber panel.
All right. So who's that going to be?
Amberlia, Oldendorf, Eric, or Lego Eric, and the Brick Babe.
Oh, is this going to be Lego Eric's first appearance on a live stream?
I think it is going to be his first.
All right, that should be good. That should be good.
Yeah.
You see that, my lord Cabbage, my lord Cabbage. I see you, my lord.
He's so shy when it comes to the whole royalty thing. I tell you what.
Oh yeah.
My bricks and me. Good morning to Bricks. You. Let's see here. I think I've caught up to where you guys were now because I just saw Mayo. Oh, yeah. But I see the Brick Room. Good morning to the Brick Room.
Hey, Brick Room.
How are you today? There's Rula. Sorry, I think we might be caught up.
All right, yeah.
I'm almost to the bottom now.
Scott's Blocks. Hello,
Scott's Blocks. Good morning to you. All right, yeah. I got down to the Got down to the bottom one. All right.
I hope everybody's having a good morning. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Got your coffee? Got your coffee? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let me actually.
Water for me.
Yeah, because
speaking of coffee that you like, how about hitting the like button? Because
yes, please.
Yeah.
Hit that like button. Actually, and if you want, you can wake up that like button.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know how, I probably mentioned this before, do you know how difficult it is trying to always come up with a different way to do something with that like button?
No.
It is very difficult.
I just tell people to push it. That's just the easiest thing to do. Be like, hey, just push that like button. Yeah.
I really, really have thought about going back to every single video I've done and trying to count all the different ones that I've done, because I ain't messing around, dude. For the most part, I've always had a different thing to do to that like button. Anyways, okay.
And did you usually say them out loud?
Yeah. At the end of every video, I'm like,
that would be a great compile video.
Well, usually it correlates with whatever the video is. Like, I can't even think of an example right now. It's just too early in the morning. But generally, I do that. Like, like for some assembly required, I'd write. That's not my stream, but like for them, I'd write like, assemble that like button. I try and correlate it with that. What'd you say?
Oh, we've got Brian Panda Baker and Seth Bland and Dusty Bricks all in the chat. Hello.
Hey, that morning.
Good morning.
Have you heard that Morning Without You by Seth Bland? Beautiful.
Oh,
love the song.
Yeah, Seth is a really good musician.
Yes, Seth. I want to use that. I want to use that song in a video of mine. So I'll talk to you on the Instagrams.
We got Sidious as well.
Hey, Sid. Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's up, Sidious? How you doing, man? Good morning. So yeah, here we are. Another Sunday has come around to us, and lots of exciting things going on. Even if Lego is doing unexciting things at the moment.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. They're doing exciting things.
A lot of great stuff coming up.
Well, okay. Real quick, I wanted to give a shout out and promotion for the 72-hour live stream.
Oh, I have a promo. Want to run the promo?
Oh,
I remember.
Yes.
I told you I had that overwrought promo, so we can run the overwrought.
Let's do that.
Let's run the overwrought promo. Are we gonna vote on the virtual awards? Us, me, you, Jay.
Are we in it?
Well, of course we'll be in, but we won't be. We can't be nominated because
I was like, because that would be a conflict of interest, man, and I'm not down with conflict of interest.
Yeah, no.
By the way, Ben's Brick Design says, y'all bump me for my regular time. Someone's big time. Look, Ben, that ain't me. That ain't me. That ain't me. That's...
Exactly. I talked to the butt chop well in advance. I'm like, butt chop, hook me up, butt chop, hook me up. And, he was
and
like,
I don't even
no
know if
problem.
it's about big time. I think it's more about Doc's persuasive.
I was like, hello, it's May. I would like to talk to you about the 72.
Yeah.
I tried to get him to
say,
only limit
I feel like
it
if
to
we were a
72.
mafia, Doc would be the hitman.
They'd never see me coming.
What's that, Jay?
No, I also have my own segment in the 72-hour plus stream on Thursday from 8 to 10 in the morning Central Time.
All right, yeah, okay.
Man, I feel like I should go sign up for a slot and have like a Hive stream or something.
I know. Well,
You'd
he
have
was
to
telling
do
me
one in the middle of the night, Hive.
there might be slots open for my daily dose of Sandcrawler too, so I might take a few slots and be like, all right, here we are. 3 o'clock in the morning, here's my daily dose.
Well, me starting my new job, it's difficult now, trying to schedule around some of those things. But regardless, good times. It's a good way to meet more people in the community. That's really what it's all about. I believe that's why Chop really made it, was just interacting and, getting to meet people and stuff like that. So
exactly. New live streams, new streamers.
Yeah. So like I said, good times. I know I've already mentioned it a couple times, but I did want to promote myself on Whatnot because it's fun. But also, if there are minifigs that you are interested in buying, I'm selling quite a bit of them. I don't know what time yet. I'm trying to figure out a good time because I got to meet with somebody and I've got to work. But I wanted to do one tomorrow, selling some Marvel figures and kind of call it Marvel Monday.
Marvel Monday, okay.
Yep. But
you have like a graphic or anything that shows your handle, your tag or anything?
I'll put a link in the chat before we end the stream. But no,
it should be in the description. Yeah, put it in the description and into the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put it in the description. But like I said, I have them every Saturday. But if there are figures that you're interested in, I have expensive ones and cheap ones and stuff.
Yeah, especially Marvel tomorrow, Marvel Monday, Monday.
Do you know what time tomorrow?
No.
In the evening, it'll be evening time.
Yeah, it'll be nighttime, and I'm sure I'll promote it on Instagram as well. So.
All right.
But on Saturdays, I do one every Saturday at 9 o'clock. That seems to be what I'm doing on Saturdays now. So,
all right, cool.
Okay. So also, there was a birthday I just found out about, or just remembered last night, and it was pretty late, and I didn't get it to Doc in time. So on next Saturday or next Sunday, we'll promote that birthday.
Okay.
But we do have a birthday, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And don't you know, Hive, the birthday thing takes like less than a minute. You could give it to me in the green room and I could have it ready during the show. Okay?
I thought there was at least some sort of production to it.
It's pre-slotted. I just got to change the names.
Oh, got it.
There we go.
Happy birthday to Jesse. Everybody wish
and
Jesse
then
birthday.
Moto's second kid. I don't know. He calls him a producer or something.
Well, happy birthday to Moto.
To the medium producer.
But if you have a birthday, or if you had a birthday, or if you have a birthday coming up, that's at least coming up pretty soon or whatever. Let us know, please, and we'll shout you out
on the Instagram. Hit us up on the Instagram. Should I play the Instagram tag thing?
Sure, yeah, definitely if you want.
Can I even see it?
I feel it's very important because, in my opinion, birthdays are the most important holidays. It's to celebrate your birth. So yeah,
exactly.
Man.
It's a way to share the community too.
Yeah. So
share
let us know, and we can all spread our love to you and say happy birthday. Dusty Bricks, good morning to you. I saw you out there.
Hey, Dusty.
Sorry, just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Where do you sign up? Oh,
for the 72-hour live stream?
I'll have to get a link and put it in the description.
I do believe it's Lego Community.
Yeah, so just come back.
Lego Community 72-hour live stream, all one word. Lego Community 72-hour live stream /blogspot.
Or you could just do that.
And then you take it right there. It's all one word, one long word.
Let's see here. Talking about Marvel figures.
Oh, he's going through the notebook. He's making sure. We get it all.
I was just going through the chat.
Do we have a poll going? Do we have a poll going?
I did not run a poll today. Okay. And I didn't even think of a good question either.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Jay, that should be your thing. Every week, figure out, remind Hive of a poll. You don't have to come up with a question. In the green room before we start, you just got to be like, yo, a poll. Hook up the poll.
I was trying to think of a good question for, the replay gang as far as the subscribers go. But maybe I'll think of one before the stream's up. I'm pretty good at thinking of stuff on the spot. So, hey, dude. Okay. What's up, dude? All right. So, yes. Anyways, like I said, today is a subscriber panel. Oldendorf, Amberlia, Brick Babe, and Lego Eric are our guests today. So we do look forward to having them on. Do you guys want to do the minifig thing?
What is the minifig thing?
Oh, I couldn't remember if you actually counted yours or not. Because Jay actually counted his.
Well, I counted mine, but I don't have my footage edited together.
Right, my video's not. Now I wanted to wait until my video, because we thought we were going to have more time, and then all of a sudden your video popped up. I'm like, oh, dang, look at that. It's all professional, voiced over and whatnot. I'm like, dang, I got to try to top this or at least match it. Dang.
I'm sorry that I set the bar high on that one.
But yeah, I could go get the count if you want just me to shout out some numbers.
No. I wasn't sure to what extent you guys might do on that. So
let us do our videos, and then I'll put together a montage from the three of ours, and we'll play it next week to see.
That sounds good.
Who do they think? Answer in the chat. Who do you guys think has the most minifigs? Hive. #Hive. Who do you guys think has the most minifigs?
Well, I mean, look, it's
even though he's selling them off, who has the most?
Well, that's why I really wanted to do that video immediately. I'm like, it's gonna just keep getting lower and lower if I don't.
Oh, hey Jay, maybe we should wait a couple of weeks.
Look, a lot of people might already know, obviously, what my count was. But I'm pretty sure, not to even try and sound egotistical, that I probably got Doc beat. But it's hard to say what Jay might have. Honestly,
yeah, we'll see.
Jay got a lot going on there. By the way, seeing a couple new people out there. Life of Lego. Good morning to you. What's up, brother?
Hey.
And I see Mrs. J. What's up, Mrs. J?
Micah J.
Did I miss Mr. J?
No, I didn't see Mr. J.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. No. And we have a Brick Studio as well.
I see Chris. Hey. Yeah, Brick Studio. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
So did you send him that boom thing? Did we even?
No. We have to do it.
We will do it in the green room after at the end of the show.
So we'll go ahead and do it in the green room, and then we'll clip it.
It's coming, Chris. It's coming.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's not like it's gonna be some long.
So stop pestering me on the Instagrams. Love you, but just stop.
Well, I told him what we were doing, so it should be good to go. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So you guys want to talk about some topics, some news, some leaks, some stuff, rumors, anything like that? You want to
Which one? You want to do some leaky leaks?
Yeah. Let's talk about some stuff.
All right. Well, here's some leaky leaks. Here's some leaky leaks.
You guys know me. I probably got some words about whatever it is.
Oh, right,
look,
so
it's
there
Jury Dog.
It's Queel from The Mandalorian. I guess he's going to be in the UCS thing.
No, because I was looking at the one I got that came with.
I mean, check it out.
Man, what was it? Han's carbonite thing. Yeah. So look, and I know we shouldn't speak of things before they come out or whatever.
Right. This is just a rumor. It could be all a lie. It could be all.
I heard someone say like the image was distorted or whatever, but the fingers behind the figure look fine.
That they do.
So we'll see. But yeah, dude, it's hilarious. Unless you really want the figure, then you're not laughing so much. Anyways,
because it doesn't look like him.
Yeah, but I don't know what to say about that. Honestly, it's just like whatevs.
Yeah, well, that's one of the leaky things. It leaked. There it is. It leaked.
Yeah, like what?
Get it out of this. Get it out of the studio.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I covered that. It was like there it is. But here are the reveals. Let's do the reveals. And
let's do the reveals. And then I'm gonna rant about something in a minute.
All right, the Camaro.
Yeah,
It looks sharp. It looks just like my brother's car.
I think it looks
Exactly like
beautiful. I think it looks beautiful. Now, something that I am on the fence about and that Rich brought up is this whole multiple parts thing, you know? Because on one hand, it's like, okay, it's pretty cool. You know, you can you can change the style and stuff. But on the other hand, it's like, but dude, just buy it for what it is instead of like being charged for extra pieces. You know what I mean?
Well, when it's a display piece, you might want to like change it out a little bit, don't you? Don't you want to?
Well,
would you like to?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm on the fence about it. Because I don't know. I feel like they both have solid points. You know what I mean? I guess for me, it just depends on how much extra those pieces would cost.
Oh, they're never going to tell you that. They're never going to tell you that.
But I'm just saying, if it didn't cost that much, then it'd be worth it. But anyways, but regardless, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
My buddy had a Z28. It wasn't this one from the 60s, but yeah, they're fast cars.
Oh, yeah. This looks just like my brother's. He loved it until he heard how much it was. And then he was like, for what?
Look,
so we
I
saw
don't know what
is
there a big market for these cranes and stuff, dude? I mean, they're great pieces of machinery and
$169.
But I'm like, who's buying this stuff?
I don't know.
I mean, I know Solo has. I saw Solo with one. Oh, this thing is huge, dude.
Yeah, $200 big dollars, $250,
wow.
I think. 250.
No, I meant like the set is huge, not the price.
Yeah, well, it is too, but it's, you know.
and it's 2001 pieces.
Yeah, it's huge. It's pretty big.
Interesting.
Exactly 10 cents per piece, pretty much.
Wow.
And imagine,
what's up? Good morning.
And how many of those pieces are just pins?
Yeah.
Because it's, Technic. There'd be like at least 200 pins in that set.
Yeah. No, I try and stay as far away from Technic as possible.
All right, there's your
all right. So look, I don't have no dog in this fight, man. That's a horrible analogy. I gotta think of a better one. But I never really watched the show. I know there's a huge fan base for it, but it looks all right. What was the price? $100?
It's 120.
120.
That's not bad, honestly.
And that seems to be after the price increase too. That's what people say.
I would love to know how many printed pieces and stuff. You can see the sticker sheet on this one. But
yeah, they don't show the sticker sheet, but
lots of characters as well, but no, a few characters were omitted.
Really?
It's like,
as many minifigs as they have, characters were admitted? How many characters are in that show?
There's like 15 minifigs in the set.
Yeah.
But it seems they're really doing it all based off of the first couple seasons. So
you know what would be even better if they did the UK version instead of the American version. I'm sorry for the fans, but I would have laughed my ass off for that.
That would be good. So there's that gift with purchase, I guess, with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I like this dude, because I'm really, really intrigued. I am almost this close to starting to build a bunch of little miniature stuff, man. I'm just trying to build a miniature city and a miniature everything.
Yeah, they said like you get multiple of them, you could probably build multiple configurations and actually build an actual Hogwarts itself. But my question is, are the tiles new tiles to collect, or are they the same tiles from the previous collection? Because the whole idea is
talking about what the question mark on there.
Yeah, they're random tiles in the. It's a.
Well, what is it, like a scratch and sniff or something? What's
no, it's just a mystery. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
In the box.
But do you find out?
Yeah, when you open it, it'll have a face on it.
Oh, so it doesn't look like that with the question marks.
Yeah, no.
Like there's an actual face on there.
Lauren says no new tiles.
No new tiles. Okay.
And we have Mikey J in the chat.
Hey, Mr. J. Mr. J.
Mr. J.
What's
up, Mr. J? Here, let me turn my notification thing down here. Hold on a second.
So there's 16 tiles to collect, Hive. So 40 times 16 is, how much is that, Jay?
Too much.
Yeah, that's how much you'll have to buy to get
that's
all of them.
Yeah.
Mayo, I just saw your message about the music we're playing. I'm not worried, dude. It's all good.
All right, and here's the other Harry Potter thing. Good
stuff.
The staircase. Look at all the stickers, though. It's gonna be.
No. I mean, but like, think about it. Like, if I mean, I'm a Harry Potter fan, but I'm not stressed about getting this, even though I'd love to have it. But if I was a Harry Potter fan, like serious dude, like I'd have to get this. You know, these are like little things you gotta get. You know what I mean?
You gotta spend $130 on Harry Potter to get it.
It's a nice little vignette thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're already going in buying stuff,
yeah,
it's a great thing to get. You know what I mean? I guess that's probably the best way to look at it. I don't know how much more we should hammer home about purchasing stuff from just to purchase it for gift of purchases or whatever. Let's see. Brickbiter says the Camaro is up to 12 cents per piece from the usual 10-cent price. Not too much of a markup. Yeah. I just meant for the extra pieces that, like, if you were to take out those extra pieces, what would it cost? Lego Atari.
All right, yeah. It'll come with 3 cartridges with stickers to make it look authentic. And apparently the cartridges can be reassembled into little vignettes.
No, that's cool, but all I can say is they better hope the older AFOLs are going to buy this stuff, because I seriously doubt anybody younger than 30.
No, I was about to say, what's an Atari?
Yeah, exactly. I think they're really look. You know they're trying hard, man, to get some older AFOLs in here if they're making like Atari. Look, that's from when I was a little kid, so you would think it would hit. Like Nintendo hits home for me harder than Atari does, and I'm 45, dude.
Right.
But even if I was a little more nostalgically attached to Lego Atari, dude, it's such a lame looking game console, man. Like, it's just a square box, like, that looks like it was made out of a wooden panel.
All right, and here's some news. Russia, it's over in Russia.
Yeah.
Lego has closed all of its stores, you know.
Yeah, they're like, sorry, kids. We're out.
We're out. We're done.
And look, I don't blame Lego. It could be even dangerous, honestly, you know, for them to keep delivering there right now. I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it. I don't know the details, but I don't blame them. You know, that's a sticky situation. Oh, yeah. Tina Bricks, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Tina. But it's news, and we want to report the news, so there we are.
Since we're on the topic of news, I have my own little news segment.
Ah, yes.
Turn your volume up, guys. So that you can hear me.
Oh.
I added that, Jay. Okay, go ahead, Jay.
Very nice.
I thought that was Jay, dude.
No, it's
Jay segments.
It's in there already.
That was awesome. Oh, I got you.
Breaking news. For the first time ever, Ninjago Crystallized is now available on Netflix. Wait, what? Not the first time? The second time? Well, fuck. That's right, everybody. Ninjago Crystallized is back on Netflix for the second time after disappearing from the streaming service over a month ago. It is also still only the first 12 episodes of the season, and there is no indication of a release date for the other 18 episodes. Hopefully it's soon. That's it for this Ninjago news update.
Yeah.
Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
I was just glad it didn't cut off. All right, that was TJ's.
I feel like you're the only one out of us three that could have made this intro.
All right, that was TJ's Ninjago moment. Yeah. So what's the deal with us? The deal with the show? The show's available, not available. What's going on?
First 12 episodes, once again on Netflix. They're still on Lego's YouTube channel.
Okay.
Don't know where the rest of the episodes are. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. That's really it.
Well, that's your Ninjago moment, everybody.
Of course. I saw them when they were first out.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay. Are they good? Are they good?
I'd say good morning, but it's going to have to be a good afternoon to Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Thank you for being with us.
Also, I like Brickbiter's comment. He says, I love the way Jay can yell while still whispering.
yeah. Jade, I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it, dude. But it's it's interesting nonetheless. So a couple things. Can we throw up the rant thing? Is that possible? Is that in the brand? Can I just do that for now on, or I don't want to make it?
Well, we can upload it. You know, I can get it uploaded.
No, you don't need to.
Between episodes.
I just don't want to bug you about it. I got a little rant I want to get out of me real quick. And it's kind of a serious one. And when I say serious, I don't mean like life and death serious. I just mean like, in my mind, it's serious. I want to talk about this leak for the ECS Razor Crest. Because I got to tell you, I'm not a happy camper about this sticker sheet stuff. And I remember being kind of unhappy about it with the gunship. But I think the thing that really, it wasn't the stickers that we put on the Razor Crest that made me upset more than anything. It was the carbonite, carbonite chambers.
Oh, there too.
Yeah. And I'm like, you couldn't have at least made those printed for us. I mean, it's a $550 set. It's a UCS set. But more than that, again, it's going along with these little things. They're individually, they're little things, but when you start stacking them up, where I'm like, is this what a premium company would do? Is this a premium product? Look, I think that's the calmest rant I think I've ever done. So we'll move on now. No more.
All right, that was your high rant, everybody.
I feel like I'm just too exhausted to just do like a hardcore. But yes, only the best is good enough.
Oh, just so you know, I also made this just in case. Just in case anything like that might happen, you can be like, "Here we go, everybody."
That's clever. And I feel necessary. Because you guys
sometimes.
know me and my dang economic rants.
Yeah, I'm working on a fishing one with my and Jay sig figs. We're trying to reel you back in.
See, it's funny because like I remember I was talking to Mrs. Hive about it once, and she's like, "Why are you talking about economics on your Lego streams and stuff?" I'm like, "Look, I'm trying to engage with the youngsters, man. I'm trying to make sure they understand."
Because Lego costs money. That's why. If Lego was free, I wouldn't talk about economics.
I was like, "Money don't grow on trees, man. It's good to understand how it works and where it comes from." Anyways. So yeah, that was my rant. I just, like I said, anyways, okay.
It'll be good with the shiny silver parts and everything. You'll be all happy. You'll be happy.
I know. Somehow they'll jingle some keys in front of me, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's great." So, real quick before we move on to other things, I wanted to highlight the habitat thing that we were doing. And I figured out a prize for the winner. Yes. Okay. So
can't show them yet, everybody. Can't show them yet. But that was a preview. Me and Jay's are ready.
Yeah, I know you guys are quick about that. I've got 1 week. So all right, here's what's going on, everybody. And so this is fun. So Jay, Doc, and I are having a little competition for a habitat mock, and what it's going to be is our
setup. What you see?
Yeah, what you see behind us, basically. Yes, and we want you guys to vote which one you think's the best. And we're not getting a prize. We're just getting bragging rights. That's all we're getting.
Exactly.
But so next week is when we will show it off, and you guys can vote on it. But we're gonna have a contest for you guys,
the viewers, for you, exactly, to build your own habitats. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. Go ahead.
Now, Doc or Jay would probably have to tell you guys the details as far as the rules go, because I don't know. I'm kind of blurred as far as all that stuff goes. But I did pick out a prize. I did pick out a prize for whoever does win.
Excellent.
Do you guys want to explain the rules first, or you want me to tell you what the prize is first?
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, so it's a habitat build, so it has to be on an 8x8 plate, and then one wall has to be like this, and the other wall has to be like this, and on the inside you can put anything.
Right, but it should be about you. And then
Yes.
take a picture, put it up on the Instagrams, and then we're gonna show them next Sunday when you guys are voting for us in the chat. To show off your habitat. So make them up, and then hashtag Good Morning Brick World on the Instagram.
I remember what we decided, kind of like what the thing was. It's like, yeah, it's about you or whatever, but it could be anything. The about you part is your sig fig.
Yeah.
We just want your sig fig to be in it, but it could be, the background could be anything. You could be in space, you could be underwater, but we just wanted you to have your sig fig in it. And it wasn't due next week, right? That's when ours was due.
Yeah, that's when ours is due. Theirs is due the week after.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but they can start building them now. Start building them now.
So
Start, start
2
posting
weeks.
them pictures because I want to collect them all so we can put them up.
Right. So 2 weeks, and the reason we say 2 weeks, you don't need that long because it's a little habitat. That's all the rules is. Just habitat. It's got to have your sig fig, and it's gonna be due in 2 weeks. Now the prize. I'll go get it. Hold on a second, and you guys can see if it's gonna be worthy.
Exactly, I know. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I can't believe that Hive hasn't even started his.
I know. Yeah, I jumped on that thing.
Hashtag not a real mocker. I learned from Jesse. You hop on it when you have the idea hits you in the head. You start building. You start building.
All right. Here's the prize.
Oh my goodness! What?
Ooh.
I don't know if that's
so. Colin the producer wants to know. Colin the producer wants to know if he builds something. If he builds another habitat, can he enter into the contest? He wants to know if he can enter the contest. Wow, that boat. He wants that boat.
I don't. Well, no.
Technically, no.
Are we voting? Are we voting on it?
Yes, exactly. So it'd be cheating. It'd be cheating. So no. So no. Con cannot. Dang. Oh man.
But I'll tell you what. For Christmas next year, I'll buy you one.
Don't worry about that.
So if anybody wants to win this, or they just want to enter and test out their skills and get bragging rights for themselves, 2 weeks. If there is any question, I mean, I can't imagine there really be any questions because, like I said, it's simple. Habitat, your sig fig, 2 weeks.
Exactly. And we'll remind you next week. Don't worry. Remember, hashtag Good Morning Brickworld on the Instagram. Send me that picture. Send me the picture of that habitat. Yeah.
And if I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. You're getting older, Hive. It's okay. Prevagen. Hashtag sponsor us, Prevagen.
That is funny. So yeah, good times. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. And I'm very curious to see what your guys' imagination will bring to you. Again, they're just habitats, and if you need to learn how to make the habitat builds, I know it's pretty simple, but if you do need to know, which I probably will have to double check myself, just look online. I'm sure you can find it anywhere. Just
you're building your own habitat, Zizu.
Yeah.
And
no. Our stuff is for us.
Habitat is on an 8x8, and then the walls are 8 bricks high, plus you have the little tile plate area on top. If you just search Lego habitat, instructions will pop up.
Blockhead UK makes a very succinct video, 1 minute 35 seconds, that tells you how to build a habitat.
Oldendorf says, "Well, I don't want to win the boat." Okay, I mean, it's no pressure.
You could build one anyway, and then forfeit the prize to me. Come on now, build that habitat.
Yeah, there's that. And look, if you guys aren't worried about the boat, and you want to just gift something that would make Doc stupid, happy, and excited. That's the way to go right there.
Exactly. Well, I just want to see the mock. So even if you don't want the prize and you don't give it to me, you could give it to some. We could spin the wheel again or whatever. Pick second place, but build the mocks because I want to see you guys' creations. We want to show your creations on the show. So
right, and you don't have to
prize or not. Prize or not.
And you don't have to ship it or nothing like that. Just take a picture and send it.
Send it to us.
Yeah.
So anytime you make any kind of creation, put hashtag Good Morning Brickworld, and we'll get them on the show. We would love to show mocks on the show.
Yeah, we can do that, like what like what they do on London Bridge Bricks. You know what I mean? On London Calling. If you send us pictures, we'll show it off, man. Yeah. So, all right, right on. I'm pretty excited about that. So,
you have an idea for your habitat, Hive, or is it going to be?
Well,
last minute. Is there gonna be a train in it? I hope there's a little, I don't know how you're gonna tiny little brick built train somehow in it.
Well, I thought ours is just a backdrop.
I know, just behind you, but somehow the little train, because you're not gonna be able to put a bunch of little minifigures back there. I mean,
no. About as much as Jay might be able to put pieces, for a,
you saw Jay's was intricate. It was 3D.
I don't know. The thing is I got a lot of stuff behind me, so yeah, I don't know how well that's going to translate.
It means you have a lot of choices.
Well, I figured it's going to look more like because the less stuff you have, the more definition I think it would have. But the more stuff that's back there, the more it might just look like a color blob behind me. You know what I mean? Right. So look, some stuff is going to be easy enough. Laptop, microphone. I got to figure out what I would use for the drawing tablet. But I'll probably just put like a tile, like literally a black tile, probably enough. I don't know, but I'm more interested to see what everybody out there is gonna make because they don't have to do their backdrop. They could go because if me, you, and Jay were just like, yeah, let's make whatever. Shoot, dude.
Hey, maybe I'll have a second one.
You know what? If I make this one really fast, and I'm like, oh man, this is great. Even though I've got a billion other things that I should be doing instead of this, I might make another one just to make it more. Because you know what I would like to do? I would like to do something like, this would be a good mock too, not just a habitat one, but like to do a little bit more of a detailed thing, kind of like what they did. I forget what you call them, Doc. The Iceberg and Jesse and all them. When they did the Multiverse of Madness mock, I would like to.
They're the Chicago 4. I call them the Chicago 4.
That's right. I would like to do just one of the paint world. I think that'd be really interesting to try and see what kind of doing the swirls and stuff like that.
Yeah, getting the shapes, the odds. Yeah, the wave.
With Legos, that would be a challenge, just because of how blocky everything is, So interesting. Axel, good morning.
Guten Tag, guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Oh my goodness! I see the Brick Council. Everybody behave.
Whoa! What? Where's the Brick Council?
TBC. Whoa!
Where's he at? Hey, TBC, what's up, man? We were just talking about you the other night on the Hive stream. Yeah. Nothing bad.
Just saying, long time no see.
Yeah, but I was going through my donations and stuff, like writing everybody's name on the brick wall over here, and I came across your name, and I was like, man, everybody's like, man, where's he been, man? I've been missing you.
Was that stream where you wrote down one name?
Well, that was
talked, and then
that was one. The other two I did more.
Yeah.
That was a good stream. That was a good stream, I tell you.
It was. That was the pre ACOB show.
Yeah.
Which was good times. But Raptus, if you're out there, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk, man. Anyways, but yeah, it's good to see you, Brick Council, man. Like I said, we missed you. We miss your content. You just because you get so familiar with everybody, man, being out here.
Oh yeah, and then especially when they just suddenly drop off without a "I'm quitting" video or something,
Right. Let's see here.
Channel update, Brick Council. Channel update.
Yeah, but look, we've also mentioned, in a certain age range. I mean, for anybody, but definitely if there's a certain age range, we understand, man, between school and other activities, or relationships. Yeah, man, it's hard to keep up with this stuff if you got a busy life. Anyways, I wanted to also mention, and a lot of people already know this, about Barnes & Noble price increase already. They've done their price increase. I think someone spotted the price increase at either Walmart or Target now. I don't know to what extent yet.
Yeah.
Also, go ahead.
Did you? Well, on Cali Brick Click of all places, that they mentioned how video game companies will raise prices on shelf of titles that have been out for a year. All of a sudden, it's like, oh look, it's now the new price of the latest games. When they price jump them all, they even priced, and nobody complains then. But Lego, all of it, we complain. I think we just like to complain.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. If I was a video game person, you know what I mean? I'd be complaining about that too. And I've already complained about something in a broader general sense that does have to do with the video games, about how digital items are the same price, if not more expensive than the actual physical items.
Yeah.
I noticed this first in comic books when a lot of them started going digital. And I'm like, you're not paying for paper. You're not paying for printing press. You're not paying for delivery. Like, I get you still have to charge for it, but like, why are you charging me the same price as a physical copy in my hand? Same thing with video games, man. because most video games now, as far as I know, you just download them or whatever, and it's
Right,
like
well,
you're not taking the physical thing and making it and, and pressing it and then delivering it and packaging it, and like, dude, companies, man.
Well, I guess you could download.
I'm all about
it to
making some
CD
money,
or
man, but some of
something.
these companies are really, really making me mad. And the reason Lego has been making me mad is because it's how shady they've been doing things. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's not really about you raising prices or you doing this or doing that. It's just how about you're going about doing a lot of it. That's
right.
Like, what's up, man? So Brick House says, yeah, man, just had to graduate high school. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
That's important,
very
man.
important.
I mean, my daughter actually just graduated high school. God dang, I'm old. But it's coming soon. Right on. The Brickmania sets are probably going to be insane money soon because of the price increases. Yeah, that's something we kind of touched upon on the military panel a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
But congratulations, Brick Council, on graduating, man. Seriously. And I see CC out there.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's up?
baby.
What's up, CC? How you doing today? That's why I just wait for games to go on sale. Yeah,
I wait for everything to go on sale.
But it's I don't necessarily like comparing Lego to other things like that in a way, because if we want to complain about games, then all right, then let's switch the topic over to games. You know what I mean? Because I complain about other stuff too, man. Funko Pops are generally reasonably priced, but some of them are too high. Black Series are definitely cost too much. You know what I mean? When you're paying $22 or whatever for one action figure, it's like, what, dude? But
So
the reason, huh? Go ahead.
You don't think that's why, like, The Office is coming out? Because Lego's like, people have nostalgia dollars to spend, and so instead of spending them on Funko Pops of Michael and all the people from Office, they'll spend their money instead on the Lego Office set, kind of a thing. So they're trying to, like,
yeah, but the thing that Lego is doing that, in my opinion, is really stupid, man, is they're betting on what's the term I'm looking for? Don't bet on chickens before they hatch or something.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're putting a lot of huge bets on chickens before they're hatched, dude. Like, they're spreading themselves. One, they're spreading themselves thin. They're spreading themselves thin by making 3,000 sets in a year.
Right.
That they don't have to make so many. They're spreading themselves thin, and I get this in a way. I get this, but by investing in this factory over in Virginia, even though I guess they've had this in the works for a while, but like, this doesn't seem like the best time to invest in a factory at the moment. I'd wait till some of the dust settles a little bit. Then they're investing $1 billion in whatever this metaverse thing they're doing is.
Right.
So they're doing all this stuff on top of the whole economy and everything, man, going through this insane thing right now. I'm pretty sure we're going to go into a recession. A lot of people say we already in one, but I mean like a serious recession. Right. The housing market, man, mortgage prices and all that stuff's going really like high. So I just think that eventually they're going to get caught with their pants down. It's not about like we're going to choose what we want. It's going to be like, no, we just can't afford it, man. That's all. Unless you're unless you just got a credit card.
Right, but I almost feel like they're producing more sets, but in a lower quantity. Because you notice a lot of times, they'll hype something so much that it's always sold out. So they're creating their own fake scarcity, making their own fake rarity, so that people will jump as soon as they hear that it's in stock, even though, technically they're just holding back. There's always factory issues. It just seems to me like that's just baloney. They're just like, yo, turn the valve off for 5 minutes. Let's just it's a factory issue. Now turn it back on. Well, I feel like that's what they're doing.
The other thing too that the key factor I think I keep missing is something, and I want to say Amberlia actually mentioned it like a week or two ago. I think it was Amberlia, but that if you raise the prices, even fewer people that are buying your set, they're paying for more expensive prices. Yeah. So I because Lego's not stupid, man. You know what I mean? I feel like, again, what I'm saying is true about them spreading themselves thin, but I think at the same time they're also like, okay, look, maybe we can save our butts and keep somewhat of an even Steven, you know what I mean? If we might get less people buying, but the other people are buying more expensive stuff. So I think that's the key part that I'm missing, man. Anyways, a couple of new people I saw jumped in. I saw Family Bricks. You did miss me ranting about stickers. I saw Open Build Repeat. What's up, OBR?
OBR.
And I see the worst
roving reporter.
The worst roving reporter.
That would be me. But that's anyway. Okay.
Well, good morning to everyone. Brick and Brood, good morning to you as well.
Hey.
All right. I'll get ready to start getting some invites sent out. But yeah, man.
So you don't think it's a good idea to like keep on reaching for more licenses? Because if you look on like the ideas, you know, a lot of licensed things have meet the 10,000, are right for approval and whatnot, you know.
Well, you're talking.
It's all about
you're just talking about strictly like ideas in general.
Yeah, Lego ideas.
Yeah,
how they're reaching for more and more and more and more, you know, license. Because I guess that what is it? What's that witch movie?
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
well,
it's not going to be made.
That was
nostalgia dollars, nostalgia dollars. You know, don't buy the Funko Pop, buy the Lego. You know, or whatever. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many different factors involved with all this.
Right. Well, it could be a Disney collab too. Disney could be like, "Yo, make this Hocus Pocus thing for us. We'll give you a discount on the next Star Wars license."
We have the minifig Who and Journal of the Scots in the chat. Hello, hello.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
And we said hi to the Brick Babe, right?
Yeah, I believe we said good morning to Brick Babe.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just mentioned her because she agreed with me.
I don't know about the Lego idea stuff. It's different. I mean, it's different because it's. I mean, and even the license. Look, clearly the licensing is what's skyrocketing Lego,
right,
and into stardom. Not just like their high quality plastic, and all this, and the brand name and stuff. I mean. Because if it wasn't for their IPs, yes, they would still be in business, right. And they'd probably still be in good business, but they wouldn't be on any kind of level that they're at right now.
But I feel like a lot of these, you know, nostalgia things, they got to give us some more lower priced ones. You know, it's like, yo, but they got to give us the premium. They got to give us like the Ecto one, that, you know, the Ghostbusters building and all that. You know, they got to give us the high end, but they also got to give us some low end nostalgia stuff. Be like, yo. Well, like, you know, like Dior, like the big brands, they're like, yo, you're not going to be able to afford this purse for $5,000, but you can get this T-shirt that says Dior, you know. So
here's the other thing.
Where's the nostalgic polybag?
So let's say that I was like, look, man, they got to stop with all these Lego these IPs and stuff. Okay, let's say I was just like, man, this is too much. You know, like I just said, you know, 3,000 sets in a year, that's a lot, right? Yeah. But who am I to say who's to call what stuff they should make? You know, as far as like, okay, then they're not gonna make any IPs, because again, it's like who's gonna pick and choose which one? Because it's not fair for me to be like, no, make Star Wars, but don't make a Trolls movie set. You know what I mean? Because clearly they didn't sell that well, but yeah, I'm sure some kids like Trolls. You know, so. I really don't know, man. Some of these answers aren't really clear cut, but I will say that I think it's going to be detrimental to Lego themselves, man, to keep making so much stuff, unless they're doing it in the way where only we see 3,000 sets, but we don't see that they made they produced way less typewriters than they did, obviously, like the gunship or whatever. See, I think that's a lot of the same thing
with the Atari too, because you know. To me, the Atari is like the typewriter. Okay, make a toaster. I'm not going to buy that either. It's just like, you know, wow.
I just
even if the toast popped up, you know, I'd be like, okay.
And the reason I was like, with the Atari, I'm like, what? Same thing with the typewriter. I'm like, yeah, it's maybe a great looking build, but like you're really reaching with this. Like, how far back you gonna go, man? You know,
right? But it can't be too, because I feel like that Gravity Falls set. I feel like the nostalgia factor is not long enough. That's been like 5 years or something. It's like, can it be at least 20 years like the Polar Express? You know, actual nostalgia factor, you know?
Mm-hmm. We have our first guest, but I'm going to give him a minute because I think he just got up. So, Doc just called Atari a toaster.
basically, yes.
CC says they should double down on their top IPs. It all comes down to just running the metrics on what people want. I would agree with that. Because look, it's I know it's difficult for Lego. It's got to be, and I get it, because think about all the different stuff that everybody wants. Other people want some more Lord of the Rings stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Other people want Zelda. You know, other people want this. So I get it's difficult. You know what I mean? But I guess the best way to do it is like what CC was basically just saying. Like, you know, go back and look at the numbers, see what would sell the best, and you know, just do what you can. You know, for people that don't get it. All right, so I guess we will bring on our first guest, our first subscriber, and that is Oldendorf. What's going on, buddy?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, look at him showing off with that new microphone.
Got a nice mic. I like that.
It's all glowy. It's all glowy and whatnot. All right. I see it.
Like, flex
yeah, exactly. Flex tape.
Oh, look at you, Macro. What's going on, man?
Do the thing.
Well, let me highlight this thing here. What do you say? I would love Lego to do a toaster. Can you imagine if Lego just did a toaster?
Yeah, and the bread changed. You put the Lego bread in, and it popped out toasted.
And a lot of people think I would rant about it, but I think I wouldn't, man. I think I'd just be like, you know what? I think that's just Lego saying, "F you guys, we'll do what we want."
It'd be all shiny. They make it all silver. Be like it's chrome-plated bricks, people. There it is.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if they did that?
And they're curved at the top. Just imagine it. It'd be beautiful. You can see your face in the side of it.
Macro, here. This one is for you, buddy.
Most impressive.
All right, yeah, Macro.
That is hilarious, though, about the toaster. Let me think. Who says the type of parts available now? They can make some really great, small, good quality sets. Look at the Forestman gift for purchase. That's a pretty darn awesome. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And I think. I see other guests. I'm going to bring you guys on just a second. I just want to make this point real quick. I wonder, you guys can agree or disagree with me. Let's say since their prices are increasing, that maybe they did focus more on like the smaller, which would be now like $30 or $40 sets.
Right. And
they make some nice little intricate things like that. Because I will tell you, a lot of the smaller sets are the ones I liked a lot, man, and different themes. So, all right, let's bring on our next two guests. First one we have here is the Brick Babe. Hello.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, Brick World.
Good morning to you. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Well, actually, I have a little cold, so you may see me snotting and trying to get my life together. But other than that, I'm good.
Do what you got to do. I feel like we all got to get our life together.
I hope the show makes you feel better.
Thank you. I feel better already.
That's good. Next up we have is Amberlia Builds. Good morning, Amberlia.
Hey.
Good morning.
Ooh.
Hey, good morning.
How are you today?
So do I sound okay? Because like I just literally got my stuff unpacked last night and set this up. So I have no idea if anything works.
No, you sound all right.
You're fine. Sound good.
Okay, perfect.
You sound great. Thank you for coming on, by the way, because I know your life is in like a really crazy transitional state right now. So, you know, with moving and all.
It is. Moving from Los Angeles to the East Coast is not a small thing.
No,
yeah,
wow.
I know. I did that on the opposite, where most of my life I've been on the East Coast, but I remember, we moved from Rhode Island to San Diego, and
wow,
insanity.
Yeah, that was some craziness. But I will tell you what,
disassemble all your bricks.
Oh no, I was in my dark ages at that point. I was like,
Amberlia.
Oh, you talking about Amberlia?
Oh, okay. So I very specifically, we knew we were going to move like 6 months in advance. So I was buying a lot of sets, but not putting them together. So I did have to transfer a couple. And I was very excited that like the ones I have back here made it, especially my question mark block, because that one was hard. So I was so excited that made it through. I was very careful with that.
Excellent.
Yeah, like I will say, if nobody's ever done this, moving with I'm not talking like just 2 sets, but moving with, and you don't have to have a billion, but moving with any kind of substantial amount of Lego sets is, especially built, is stressful.
Yeah.
And it gets, so those bricks get heavy too in big boxes. You're like, good God, this really weighs a lot.
Yeah, totally. By the way, I wanted to say good morning, and literally good morning to Countra. It says hello, Hive, and all. It's 1:03 a.m. in the morning, but I'm still up. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you for being here so much. Bearded Brick says, but no one wants small sets. They don't want bigger. I don't know. I mean, I agree. I'm sure people do, but I feel like there's definitely a decent market for good smaller sets. Yeah. Like, don't make them like a +4 set or something, but good smaller sets. By the way, good morning to Brent's Bricks.
Hey, Brent.
What's up, buddy?
Good morning.
I'm holding out for a Lego Dustbuster. I also saw the George Foreman grill. I wonder, because I joke around, there's people that will defend Lego to no end, no matter what. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm probably on the other end of the spectrum as far as like complaining about them, but yeah, there's definitely people that would just defend them all the time. I wonder if they would keep defending them if Lego just kept making like household products, like the toaster, and then they make a lamp.
As long as they're making Optimus Prime and whatnot alongside it, go ahead, make the toaster.
They'd be like, yes, but now it's great furniture. I got great furniture to put in my living room. I'm getting scared. I have to move at the end of the year.
Let's start back in now.
Yeah, Papa's Bricks. Good morning to you. Yeah, Cassisi, I know you got more than a couple of sets.
Oh yeah.
Bricker Brood says, I just had a massive Lego move. Saran wrapped everything and fit 5 to 6 modules in a box. There's probably better ways than what I did. I just basically just put the biggest stuff in like tubs and put like bubble wrap around it, so it gave it a little bit of room to kind of move a little bit, but not enough to like fall over. The hardest thing was anything like trees, and like the Lego treehouse was a nightmare because branches and all over the place. The Monkey Kid mech also was kind of a pain in the butt, but yeah, you just do your best. City says I'm drinking a screwdriver for breakfast.
Oh, okay. That must be an East Coast thing. Okay.
I mean, it's possible. I live on the East Coast, but I just get coffee.
Because we have mojitos out here on the West Coast.
It's like, but it is Sunday, and it is brunch time. So I mean, what is it? What is a brunch drink? What is it?
Mimosa.
But there's another one too. It's got celery, doesn't it?
The Bloody Mary.
That's the
Bloody Mary. That's what I'm thinking of. Shy Time, what's up, man?
While we're talking about drinks that we like, why don't they hit the like button?
Yes.
And, subscribe to the Brick Hive for more Good Morning Brick World action.
Yes, do a shot of a like button. There you go. Nick B, good morning. How are you doing?
Hey, Nick.
I appreciate you. Like, you must. I feel like you're new. So I don't know. Anybody that's new, appreciate you being here. We're all about good times around here. I'm trying to spread the love. So. Subscriber panel. By the way, I see we're still missing Lego. Eric, I did send the invite. Let me know if you didn't get it or if there's anything wrong you can't get on here.
Remember, you don't have to have your camera on, Eric.
Yeah, you don't have to have your camera on. I totally get it.
You can do this.
Yeah, because we have people on here a lot. So, but yeah. Anyway, subscriber panel. Again, I appreciate everybody coming on today. And obviously subscribers are a huge thing to the channels. And I mean, if you're trying to grow your channel, you definitely subscribers help, because that's the point of you having a channel. If you're trying to grow it, you want to entertain people and, grow your channel. Obviously it's not as big of a deal as some other people. But I mean, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't important to me to grow the channel with subscribers, but at the same time, I'm really heavily impacted by the community.
Where are you sending the link there? Hi.
Oh, I sent it on Instagram.
On the Instagram, Eric.
Yeah, it's on Instagram. Yeah, I just checked to make sure I sent it. You're good. But yes, I'm heavily influenced by the the impact of the community, and when I've said this a billion times, but just to reiterate, when I came out of my dark ages, it took me about a year to find the Lego community. But during that year, it was very awkward because, I was by myself. You're not going to walk up to some kid in the Lego aisle and start talking about the new set, or if they know what this clone means or whatever, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So when I found the Lego community, and then especially once I started interacting with everybody, because in the beginning I didn't have a channel when I found the Lego community. I was just a subscriber. But it was so important to me to interact with everybody and to be able to finally talk to people about Lego. And then you find out like other people are into things as well. Or if I think honestly, even though there was a lot of the designs I liked, I think it was the Lego community that finally made me go over the cliff as far as getting friends stuff. Because I wasn't, I saw Friends and I was like, and I really wish it would have come sooner because I probably would have bought some of those elf sets as well. But yeah, it was just so important to be able to talk to people and communicate with people and about this joy of Lego that we have. Oh, we have our next guest, Lego Eric. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, welcome to the panel.
Thanks for being here. I don't know if you're muted or not.
Is he talking?
Yeah, you're muted.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah, it's okay. But as soon as you get your microphone fixed out, we will definitely hear you. So I was just curious about that as well with you guys. The impact of other subscribers. It doesn't have to be like something to your channel, but just in general, being a subscriber or interacting with other subscribers. Amberlia, I'll start with you because I feel like you might be one of the newer ones out of all of us into the community.
I am, but I do have to call out that adorable kitty that I just saw. just real fast.
I hear you.
Kitty.
I'm sorry. She just jumped up whenever it jumps up.
She's like, I want to be looked at. I want some screen time. Look at me.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, don't be sorry. It's great.
Love it.
And Eric, sometimes if you drop out and then come back in, it might fix your audio issues. StreamYards is kind of finicky.
Yeah, we still can't. It's okay, man. No stress, dude. Yeah, drop back out, figure it out, and come back in. We'll let you back in. Go ahead, Amberlia.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I actually started subscribing to people and stuff on a different YouTube profile because I try to keep different profiles so that the recommended and stuff isn't crazy all over the place. I kind of divide them up by my hobbies. But on my regular one, I just started kind of following people and getting into it because when I first got into Lego, like you were saying, wanting people to talk to, I had my daughter, so that was great. But then eventually I'm like, okay, but I kind of want to talk to adults about this too.
I love you, kids, but they're only 14.
Well, I tried with my daughter as well, and she likes Lego, but she's not into it, man. She's like,
yeah, and if it's not Friends, she does not care. So,
okay.
Yeah. So when I started venturing out, I needed that community. So I started, following a bunch of people, and I just, and I think I've mentioned this before, I started jumping into chats and people were talking to me and it was just so awesome to see how welcoming the community and everything was. And seeing everybody doing these channels, it inspired me to create one. And I created one, and then I just subscribed to a bunch of people, and I sat there and I waited and I waited, and I was trying to get all the stuff together, all the tech, if you could see, well, it's not really set up now, but previously, I had a bunch of crazy lights and everything set up, and just waiting for that perfect moment. And then I was like, I'm just gonna do this, and I did a couple streams, and it was so much fun. And recently, I've actually had quite a few people subscribing, which has been absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to now be home here. And I'm actually going to do my first live stream from here in the 72-hour stream. So I'm very excited.
When will that be? When will that be? What time?
That is actually, I believe I am right before Jay. So because it's 8 a.m. Eastern time. So yes, 8 a.m. Eastern time. But yeah, it's so exciting. And this community has been so incredibly amazing. It just makes, I missed it so much when I was like moving and couldn't be a part of it. It's so great. I love it.
Yeah, it really is. And it really blew my mind. And I don't know, obviously it's grown even more since I got out of my dark ages. But like, I remember watching a Lego movie, you know, and the dad, you know, he had his big city and stuff like that. But, you know, I still kind of was like, well, it's a movie, you know what I mean? I just had no idea so many adults, and not just adults, but even just, you know, older T-Falls, were into Lego on the level that I was starting to get into it. It just really blew my mind. And then, yeah, it's just gone crazy since then. What about you, Brick Babe and Kitty Cat? How was your experience getting into the Lego community?
Well, I know. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's good. It's funny.
Otherwise, she ignores me. But so it was kind of similar. Like, you know, I followed pages from my business page because I'm a business consultant. I'm a business coach, and I'm a law student. So, you know, Lego isn't necessarily embraced in those communities. No. Y'all hear something crash. Oh my gosh.
Just try to come back in, Eric, and we'll see if it works. Just try to come back in.
I'm sorry.
Give it another try.
No,
but I followed pages and I followed you know, communities, but I didn't know brick. I only knew Lego, so it was limited to what I could find. And you got to know brick to really, you know, get in the community. So I would always admire these builds, and I have Comcast, so I would look at like the conventions and stuff, and I'm like, how do I break into this world? But you know, the second I was able to get the right hashtags and find the community, yeah, it was like, she is in my city. It was like, I'm nervous. It was like, you know, it was like a whole new world. And, you know, I started like following a whole bunch of people, and my first live, I was like so nervous. But one of the things that I think everybody says is I was embraced so, you know, it was like, these are my people. This is my tribe. And I was with like-minded people, and I wasn't weird or immature or you need to grow up, or it was a hobby that wasn't like frowned on by the elitists and other people. So yeah, I was happy when I found the community. And, you know, it's like, and, you know, and it's cool because like Hive and we were in line, you know, at the Lego store, you know, where I found people who at 9 a.m. are like waiting like it's Christmas every day, like it's Black Friday.
Right.
It's like, hey, Hive, hey, what's up? You know, so it's really, the community goes outside of IG. And that's one thing I love too, because, you know, it starts here, but, you know, it does transcend outside.
Yeah, the community is really important. And, you know, I noticed somebody just said about how, who was it? I don't know, chat's going really fast, but they're talking about how, like, yeah, the community is outgoing, and it like Brick Babe just said, you know, if you know, it's more than about just liking Lego, you know what I mean? There's a whole brick part of it, and there's a whole world, even a whole nother language that we've all kind of learned. By the way, I forgot to ask Eric if his mic was working or not, but I think. Wait, hold on a second. Here, let me put him back in. Hey, can you hear? Dang it! No, I still can't hear you. Man, that sucks.
Is the little green bar going up and down when you test your mic before you come in? Because right before you enter the studio, there's a little thing you can check your mic and then hit the settings and then change. Because sometimes the StreamYard likes to pick a microphone that's not active, and you're gonna have to go in there and say, "This one, pick this one."
But regardless, man, your seat is open, you know, for whatever you want to do. You just let us know, man. If you want to figure it out, you can come back in. If you want to just hang out, just and type or whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, exactly. There's a private chat. Yeah. we can read your comments.
In the past, I had to restart my phone because I would have a lot of problems. I just had to restart my phone. It's time consuming.
I think because sometimes it's pretty quick and easy, you know, on some stuff. Other times, like for instance, when I was doing the Whatnot auction, I'm using my phone as a camera, plus I'm using a laptop. So like trying to coordinate which microphone and headphones and everything, sometimes it's like it's a headache. By the way, I saw some new people in the chat. What's up, Greg? London Bridge Bricks in the house. I felt like somebody else.
Chat time is my time. Yeah.
Yep. Shy.
Mr. Source. I do believe Ross.
Oh, Ross. Yes. I was like, I knew there was somebody else in that jumped in. Ross. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. So, but again, like I said, the community was definitely outgoing. And that's the one thing that I try to do, even though I know sometimes myself or like a Hive stream can seem a little intimidating sometimes because of our talking points or whatever, you know what I mean? But especially with Good Morning Brick World, I try to make sure that we're very inviting, and I want people to feel comfortable, especially newer people that are coming out of their dark age, or maybe you're young, you're a K-fall or a T-fall, and you're afraid it's not cool or you get made fun of. Man, screw that, dude. You come on here, dude. I'll tell you one thing right now, man. We are the coolest mother effers that you will find. So don't let that stuff get to you if you're out there and it's bothering you, man. Screw that. So anyways, Oldendorf, what about you, man? How was it as far as, when you first came to the community? Did you find it, kind of easy to slide in and meet everybody, or was it difficult?
It was difficult at first, but I got more. I just weasel in through the London Bridge Brick.
Yes. London Bridge Bricks is definitely everybody. Man,
he's a gateway. He's a gateway.
Dude, I know, man. Yeah. Greg is such a.
You want more?
Yeah. Greg's a very inviting person. He's very friendly. But he's got a show every Friday called London Calling, and there have been, like, since me and Greg have been friends since the beginning, because we both started about the same time. Like, there have been people that he's met and have kind of trickled over to me. There are people that I've met that have kind of trickled over to him. But the one thing about London Calling, I would say even more than Good Morning Brick World or anything that I've done, is it is like a gateway. All kinds of new people flood into London Calling, and and then meet the rest of us and become part of a bigger community. So I see where that would come from, Oldendorf, definitely.
Yeah.
Now here you are. It's weird because somebody else brought this up too, about how a lot of people, I can't even remember the first time I might have met them or watched their stream, or they came on to the chat, or because it's been so long now for some of us. Let's Eric's back. Let's check on Eric. Here we go, Eric. What's up?
Y'all hear me now?
Woo!
Yes!
Look at that.
Third time's the charm. All right. Welcome to the show.
Awesome, man. I was hoping you'd be able to get it worked out, because I was like, oh man, I mean, I get it if you can't, but you want to come hang out, man. You know what I mean? And be able to talk, and we're all gonna hear you.
Yeah, I'm
just in time to be grilled. All right, hit him with the questions.
All right. Well, Eric, what about you? I mean, I feel like you've been in the community for a while.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've like loved Lego since I was like 6 or something like that. I started YouTube, I would say like late 2019, and back then I was like a senior in high school, so I was very like shy, and I didn't want anyone to know about it, because not something that like people my age would be into. It's normally just known as like a kid's toy. So I just did like speed builds, didn't show my face, didn't do anything. But like lately, I've just kind of not really cared about that and just done my own thing, starting to branch out and stuff.
Yeah, there's different levels to that too. And see, I try to relate to like what you just said too about, your senior in high school and stuff like that, because I was in a dark age for a long time. And I remember when we first started talking about the whole Lego thing and being a T-fall or and stuff like that, and how, people might say something or whatever. And I kept thinking like, no, I don't think that would have happened, because when I was growing up, I was a nerd anyways. I was into comic books. I was a
Oh,
skateboarder. You know, I played Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. But granted, yeah, I remember some people would be jerks about stuff. But then I was thinking, I was like, but Lego is still on a different level. Because it's technically, you know, a children's toy. So like that's how a lot of the world just sees it, as like little kids playing with it. So you know, I could see as a TV, like I could see, yeah, you want to be, you'd be like embarrassed or something at first, but luckily I think it's just like how when I was younger, even being a nerd was not cool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it wasn't as bad as maybe the generation before me, but it still wasn't cool, man. You know what I mean? Like,
You had to hang out with the other nerds.
right.
Band
But
together.
now it's like, dude, being into comics and stuff. I mean, look at the MCU and everything, man. Like, it's one of the more popular things ever.
Mainstream.
People all the time are wearing shirts and stuff, and just like when I was skateboarded when I was younger, man. Like, it was before X Games and stuff. But still, Lego still has that stigma. And even to this day, every once in a while when I'm in like the Lego aisle at Walmart or whatever, I'm looking around, especially if like it's full, like there's kids and parents in there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like this big dude, like checking out all these toys, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it definitely has kind of a stigma to it. Luckily though, it's getting better and better and better.
Yeah. And I know that for me, because I'm a lot closer to the high school era. When I was in like middle school, early high school, I was like really nervous. I didn't tell anyone about it. I just kept it hidden. And then at some point in high school, I was just like, I don't care. Everyone's going to know now.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? I look back on it now. And look, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody or anything like that, but I look back on it now and I'm like, how in the world were these dudes going to make fun of me for Lego when, dude, you're throwing a ball around? Like,
yeah, but that can make me millions of dollars in the future.
No, I know, and I know it's the perception of things in America. You know what I mean? Like, you don't look at football or basketball as like a kid's game, really. You know, even though it's one of the first toys you play with probably as a child, as a ball. You know, so I don't know, man. You know, it's just a matter of perception. But like I said, anybody ever feels like that, you come on Good Morning Brick World and you talk to us, man. I promise.
Yeah.
We'll make you feel a lot cooler. Anywho, but Eric, yeah, I mean, so I imagine probably finding the Lego community online was definitely like a really cool thing. Then, you know.
Yeah, I've like in the past month, I've found like a lot of smaller channels. I'm trying to like watch and just support them because I mean, of course, when I first kind of like got brought back into the community, it was just like Amberlia Productions, Architect, all those like top people, but I'm trying to find a bunch of other smaller channels, and I found you were actually one of the first ones that I found, so I was like, I'll check this guy out.
I'm glad.
I hope it wasn't a live stream and it was Good Morning Brick World. But that high stream gets really promoted by the algorithm, Hive. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes that worries me. That's why I started making them for members only too, man. Well, you know, and I remember thinking like when I was at Brick Fair, because on the public days I was kind of in and out. You know, I was all over the place. But for some of the times I was sitting there, and I remember like one of the kids recognized me, and like it was a kid. It was like, you know, like 10 years old or something. He's like, "Are you Brick Hive?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I remember when he was walking away with his parents, I was like, "Man, I hope he ever watches a Hive stream."
Exactly. You're like, please not be from a high stream. Please not be from a high stream.
Yeah, I don't know. I've toned them down, and I don't have them as much as I used to. You know, because I don't know. It is the one place I like to be able to let loose about some stuff, but at the same time, I don't know if it provides too much of a contrast. Like, I might look like I have a split personality or something, you know. Like, you know, on one stream I'm like, "Ah!" And then on Good Morning Brick World I'm like, "Yes, it's all good. Come on, we're all good." So anyways, Mama Lego, good morning to you. But yeah, like I said, the subscriber thing is really important as far as like the interaction in the community and stuff like that. Now, I'll go back around. Amberlia, you said that you're going to be having a stream. Now, this is kind of a, I don't know, project the question, but you don't have to have an exact answer. But is your channel something that you kind of want to grow into something bigger, or is it more of just I just want to be able to interact with everybody? And it's okay for either answer. I mean,
yeah. So my ADHD brain wants to make an insane channel with like high production value and like have an insane like videos and all this other stuff. But as I've kind of learned to tame that down, what I really want is community interaction. That's really what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm not quitting my day job. First off, I love my job. So I'm definitely not quitting that, but I want to have an opportunity to just chat with people in the community, have fun. I'm a talker, so I love doing that. And also one of the things it does is, again, with the neurodivergence, I tend to like I said, I've been collecting the sets. What's really great about like setting up a stream is like, okay, I'm going to build this. It's like, okay, I'm going to get it out of the box. I'm going to get it ready. I'm going to build it. And it helps keep me accountable so that I'm not just buying stuff and throwing it in the closet. So I think that's great. But like I said, the biggest thing is just the community. One of the things I wanted to call out was, right after we moved here, I got COVID. And I had just posted on Instagram just so people knew I was still alive. And I was like, oh yeah, we got here, but I got COVID. And I can't tell you how many people, including some people in this panel who reached out and were like, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? And not even, and that's wonderful. They reach out, but there were other people who also like a few days later just wanted to check, like, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better? And I just loved how genuine the people are and how great that they, just how much they are, so caring. And I want to be a part of that in some way. Obviously it takes off the pressure because I don't have to grow the channel, right? I don't have to like try to get to a place where I can make money and stuff like that. So I don't have to do that kind of pressure. But it allows me to interact with people and just these amazing, incredible people in the community. So that's my goal.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, it's like I said, the community is very outreaching like that, and speaking for myself, I don't have like, I mean, I don't really have anybody that I hang out with locally. You know what I mean? I have friends in different states that I've like personal friends that I've known throughout my life and stuff like that. But like, I don't like when I moved here, I don't know. I'm just kind of an introvert. You know what I mean? So like all my friends is like all you guys. You know what I mean? You guys are the ones that I talk to more than anybody and care about what people think. What about you, Brick Babe? As I know you're really heavy on Instagram, so obviously this would kind of probably apply more to Instagram than it would maybe YouTube. But I mean, is it something that you want to keep growing as? I don't want to say as a business. That's probably too strong of a word, but more as a brand. Like a brand. Or is it just you just really just want to just hang out and talk with everybody, kind of thing?
I think it's a mixture. Like I absolutely love the community, and I love the interactions. It's not something that I'm trying to grow. I would post anything. Y'all would see me crying 1 second or just I mean, that's me. So
that'd be good content. That'd be good content.
I don't even care. I'm transparent. One of the things I pride myself with is being transparent. So I started Lego, with my daughter. I've said before on other panels because it was frowned on and I wanted her to have that experience. So what you see, the Mom and Mo show, that's our real life. You see our real life. And when I have my like Lego, I sound terrible, y'all. Oh my gosh. When I have my like, Lego friends on, my Lego family, our shenanigans on lives, that's what we do in real life. Like it's like one big FaceTime call that we've like invited the whole world to see. We talk about things that probably we shouldn't talk about on live, like all my business is out there. We just laugh and we joke. So I don't
You
know.
can tell that you have a really great relationship with your daughter, man, and you guys have really good banter together. It's great.
She gets on. That's my ace. That she will call it. Oh my gosh! I don't know if y'all heard her tell the story about what happened with the car. Like a bee got in the car. Oh my gosh! She just roasted me completely. She's like, and she had to go to the bathroom, and it was just terrible.
Oh no!
I used the bathroom in the car on the side of the road, but it was like I was speeding. She was like, she just speeding. It was like, so anyway, yeah. It's real life, and so with me, because I'm so transparent, I don't know if I want the masses to come. Like my tribe gets my vibe. So if you get it, you get it. Join the party, if not. So I don't know that this is for the masses, because sometimes it takes away from the word left me, but it's kind of like sincerity or something. It takes away from, just the realness in the stream and the hobby. It's a hobby, and I want to keep it as a hobby. So no, I might not be aggressively growing it as anything else. It's I want to grow the hobby with like-minded people. So I don't know if that answers the question.
No, it does. It does. My question is usually a little more ethereal anyways. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard for me to even get a straight question, let alone get a straight answer.
I love when he philosophizes about the question for 20 minutes before he asks it. But
that was deep.
Yeah, sometimes they're pretty easygoing, but sometimes not. Oldendorf, what about you, man? I mean, are you more into like trying to grow your channel as a brand? And I mean, this does connect to subscribers, obviously, because either way is not a bad thing, but either way both involves, subscribers. But is it more of a brand thing, or is it just something strictly just that you're wanting to just be able to interact with everybody about?
I just do interaction with people, really. I just do live stream and build with no idea what to do next.
No, that sounds about like me too. And I usually don't even get the building part done. Yeah.
That's why I ignore the chat, Hive. It's the only way to do it. That's how you get to build stuff.
I don't know how some people do it, man. I've been streaming for a few years now, man. I'm still trying to get that down to where you could talk easily, read the chat, and build at the same time. I mean, it's like I feel like it's trying to like walk and chew bubble gum at the same time or something. You know what I mean?
I ask too many questions and then ignore the chat, so it's horrible. It's a horrible.
I know. I
for everyone.
love that's so great when you ask a question or something, or somebody in chat asks a question. They're like, "He's not going to answer you." But you got a big project that you're working on too, so you really need to stay as focused as possible on that.
Exactly.
All right, Eric. What about you? I mean, are you trying to do your channel? I mean, and I guess with you, you're in a little bit of a different position than a lot of us too, because you just graduated high school not too long ago. So you're kind of at a prime of you could either be going like a college direction, this direction, and it might give you time to really focus on the channel. It might not. So are you looking more to grow it as a brand, or just to keep it around and so that we can just keep up with everybody?
I would probably kind of want to try to do both. Like, obviously, be a part of the community, get to talk to a lot of people. But I feel like the dream would just be to do this full time. But right now, I'm not really anywhere close to that. I'm not currently in school right now, so I have a lot more time, and I've just been working on my job.
There you go.
So yeah, just kind of slowly working my way towards that goal.
No, it's good, man. It's good. And I feel like as far as growing your channel goes, a big part of it is personality, obviously, I think.
Yeah.
You a lot of it is just, people just like your personality. They like to hear you talk. They like to hear what you say, stuff like that. But the other part, which is I think the more difficult part, because the personality part's either going to come naturally or it's not. You can work on it and make it better, but it's to saying that, I think it's good for people to, especially if you're shy and stuff, to do this kind of thing, because I can tell you right now, and probably anybody who knows me well enough knows this, I'm not shy, when it comes to speaking my opinion about stuff, but that's also because I'm so comfortable now being on here and just saying whatever I want that I can do that. But when I first started the channel, I wasn't quite like that. I'm shy around people I don't know most of the time. But it's good because it teaches you, again, to interact. You know, it makes you be outgoing. Especially again if you want to grow your channel, because if you want to grow your channel, you have to be interactive. You can't just sit there silently. I mean, people that support you will support you, but if you want to like actually engage people, you know, so it's good. But yeah, the other hard part is just coming up with ideas to try and entertain people with, man. And it's difficult in our realm because, you know, there's a lot of us. And then we have to, you know, if you're going to try and do reviews, you got to compete with like land members and stuff like that, which, you know, I'm not trying to harp on land members, but it definitely makes it difficult to try and stay ahead of that game. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, chasing the product.
Right. But yeah, but subscribers, like I said, are so important. You know, and speaking of subscribers, I kind of want to take a break real quick and highlight a couple of the questions or answers that we asked on the last live stream about what was it?
Don't expect me to remember.
No. I was just seeing who wrote answers. Am I looking at the wrong stream? I think I'm looking at the wrong stream. Because I saw Ninja wrote something. Oh, because they didn't write it on the stream. They wrote it on my video. That's why. Never mind. But basically, it was asking about if we thought Harry Potter was going to stick around. And Brent and Ninja had commented on there. And they basically kind of said similar things to where they think it will. But I think Brent had mentioned that it should probably take a break for a few years, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of interesting because you don't. If you can keep coming up with good ideas, I think it'd be great. I think the problem with them is, again, they're recycling a lot of stuff like Star Wars recycles like TIE fighters and X-wings. You know what I mean? But the difference is with Star Wars is there's a lot broader of a expanded universe, and they constantly have new stuff coming out. Whereas Harry Potter is, I mean, we got the Fantastic Beasts, but I don't really know if anything else is coming out for sure. Mr. Soros Ross says those darn land members.
Yeah, I know that dang God. The thing that drives me crazy is the channel's called Emma Source. Why is he doing reviews?
No, man, Ross does good reviews, man. I tell you what,
kidding, Ross. Just kidding. Kidding.
Well, Ross is one of the members in the community I put up there with like Ryan and like Solo and Coconut. And there's definitely a few others, definitely TJ, that you guys are like encyclopedias, like with knowledge of stuff. Like I always consider myself not even a regular Star Wars fan, like a pretty heavy Star Wars fan. And then I still look to you guys, like if I'm like, all right, I need to know what battalion this clone is in or whatever. Like that's who I go to ask about that stuff. So when Ross is doing some of the Star reviews, I'm like, yes, thank you. Let me see what's going on here. Anyways, I'm reading some more of these comments. Don't chase jank bricks and YouTubers in land. They will always win the review battles, but Lego is a big enough hobby that you can find your niche. Yeah, that's really what a lot of it is, man. It's finding your niche. And look, there's some people that, again, if you have a good enough personality, and I'm not one of those people, but if you have a good enough personality, man, you could almost do anything or do nothing. You can just sit there and talk, man, and people will flock to you, you know? It's all about that engagement. Because think about it, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, non-Lego YouTubers, that just talk about stuff, you know? But I've always been one of those people. I've always liked talk radio and stuff like that. I just like to listen to people talk and hear what their thoughts are, even people that I don't agree with. I like to know what other people are thinking, so you know the whole argument about things or whatever. So let's see here. Amber, I think of the webcam as being a person. Yeah, I don't know. Isn't that weird? Because I remember, like the first video looking at the webcam, and I was so nervous, and I'm like, nobody's in the room but me. And I'm like sitting there all nervous talking to this camera, man. It's so weird. Yeah, when is the next episode of Keeping Up with the Sources coming out? Oh, dude, that's such a great show. But yeah, as far as the Harry Potter stuff goes, you know, the answer kind of related to Brent and Ninja's statement is I agree. I don't think it's going anywhere, honestly, but I think that they do have to get some fresh stuff going on. I don't know how many more Hogwarts castles everybody's going to keep buying, even though the newer one is better than the older one. So that was cool. Oh yeah, then there's this whole thing with Lego ideas right now. I don't know what to think about that either. Does anybody have any opinions on Lego ideas? And what I mean is, like, so we'll take Hocus Pocus. I clearly think they chose Hocus Pocus right now because of the movie coming out.
Right.
And it even kind of correlates good with the time frame because I think it's still a little while yet before the movie's actually going to come out. I'm not 100% sure about that, but because yeah, I'm like, there was a lot of good ideas, man, that didn't get picked, and some of them I understand it might be a piece count thing, it might be an IP thing, but I don't know. That was a really good discussion on some Assembly Required the other day about the whole ideas. I highly suggest you guys go back and watch that. There's a lot of good opinions on that. I don't know. I think that it is kind of a broken system, but what's that?
Do they have opinions? Do the panel?
Panel? Do you guys have any opinions?
What do they think about ideas?
I love ideas, and I do agree a lot of good ones. You know, it seems like they don't get chosen or they just miss the mark by like a couple of votes. But look at The Office, and I'm a huge Office fan, so I'm like super like excited about it.
I know a lot of people are, yeah.
Look at how many he had given up. Look at how many years that took to, you know, come to fruition. So I think when the time is right, it's like, you know, you just got to keep pressing. But I love ideas. It's one of my favorite themes, and whatever's chosen, I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely great.
Right.
But I just think like you said, it's a timing thing. And then I know earlier in the stream you talked about licensing. You know, it's their bread and butter. Lego's bread and butter seems to be coming from licensing now, and not the ingenuity of the brick engineers and their product. It's the licensing, and I think they're taking the easy road out. Like, let us latch on to a bigger brand, you know, as opposed to really bringing, you know, just more to their sets, the city sets and other things. Let us just, you know, use this as our cash cow right now and not, you know, develop our own line. And I don't know why that is, but I mean,
it's definitely about money, that's for sure. Which I understand.
It's important.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, anybody else have any like opinions about, you know, Lego ideas, or they think it's broken or not, or
you know, I mean, again, still sort of new, and I was, you know, kind of diving into what Lego Ideas was, and I feel like the first time I heard about it, it's almost like maybe it's marketed or it's discussed in a way that's not necessarily true, and I think that's where a lot of it is kind of difficult, where it's this idea of, if you come up with a really cool set, at least this is what I got from when I first heard about it, and you get enough people to like it, there's like a chance Lego's going to make this, right? Yeah. And it's because so many people liked it, not that literally all it is that Lego will consider it, and then they'll take in, you know, the licensing, they'll take in what's the actual popularity of this, do they think they can make money, blah blah blah, and all that other stuff. So it feels a little less genuine in what the idea was. And as much as I think some of these really cool licensed ones are awesome, I think it would be really cool to have a set that someone just made, that came from like their imagination, something they put together, and not necessarily even like some of the crazy big, like expensive ones. I would love if there were like different categories of them, just to give people that idea of like, wow, yes, I can make these really cool things, and there is actually a chance Lego might make this set. Like, maybe if they were small categories, like I'd love that, and I feel like it would more fit into what it was marketed towards me, at least at first.
No, I completely agree with that. I used to have a lot more harsher opinions about the Lego Ideas thing, and I do think that it is broken. The thing is that I came to realize is like, you know, Lego's a company, and despite as much as I hate a lot of things, obviously I rant about them a lot. They're my opinions, you know, and they're there to make money, and they're going to do whatever they can to make the most money. I think that a lot of the stuff they do is pretty, again, disingenuous. I know one of the complaints about the idea stuff that I heard, and it's a legitimate complaint, is so imagine you've got certain people on there on Lego Ideas that have a huge following, you know, like imagine Ryan. If Ryan was just constantly like making idea sets, imagine how many 10,000 supporters he get on sets. You know what I mean?
I think if
just
he made
one after another. Even if people were having even people were having no intentions of buying it, they would just do it to support him. I feel like BTS was kind of like that. I think a lot of the fans for that would just support the BTS name, and they have no intentions of even ever buying the set. They might, but I think a lot of them don't. So that definitely is a broken part of the ideas. But again, if I'm Lego and I want as many ideas coming to me as possible, you know what I mean? So that way I've got plenty to pick from.
Yeah, free focus group. A free focus group.
Yeah, that's why I think they haven't changed the minimum number of votes you need to qualify, the 10,000. Why they haven't upped it is because Lego's really picky, and they want to have a lot to choose from.
Well, even the Hocus Pocus thing, I mean, and I'm not knocking it, dude. I mean, it looked like a really cool set, and I loved the old movie too, you know, the original movie, and I plan on watching the new one. But Hocus Pocus wasn't a new idea set. That's been done before.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
submitted multiple times.
But they're done doing it now because of the movie, which again, I get it. You know what I mean? And it even kind of makes sense to do it now because if you're going to have another movie, but I think, it's definitely a disingenuous thing, but there's a lot of things Lego does, man. it's just, you know, I don't know. Oldendorf, I know your opinion on it. I definitely know your opinion about the ideas thing. Eric, what do you think, man? You think it's okay, broken, doesn't really matter?
I mean, I think all like the official models they put out are like fantastic. Like the medieval blacksmith, that's probably my favorite idea set.
Yeah, wow, beautiful
but
set.
It's just the selection process where they have like what 25, 30 like ideas, and they only select one, and some of them are like, some people agree that some are better than others. And obviously, like we said, I think the reason they picked the Hocus Pocus one is because of the movie coming out, and it's just timing, and it just kind of screws over everyone else.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
just the
agree.
selection process, really.
Yeah, that's another part that is kind of a little bit messed up about it. You know, and it's weird too it's man, Lego can be such a weird market sometimes with some stuff because not everything's guaranteed. Like for instance, like these sitcom sets they've been putting out. The Friends one, dude, like flew off the shelves. I think it still sells out all the time, right? The Seinfeld one didn't seem like it did. And I mean, I could be wrong, but it didn't seem like it did really that great as compared to the other one. And I thought that one would have done really good. You know, Seinfeld was a pretty popular show. I don't know how the, well, I guess it wasn't a sitcom, but the Queer Eye, and then the Big Bang, that one I know sold out pretty fast. And both the Friends sets actually sold out pretty fast because they did the other one. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just weird to try and figure out like what would do well and what wouldn't. Honestly, the Optimus Prime's another one, man. You know, and I almost wonder if it's because of that whole betting on the AFOL thing, when in reality, AFOLs have been buying everything else for years, obviously, and because I joke around, even though I don't think I would have that money anyways. But if they would have done Soundwave instead of Optimus Prime, I would have bought it probably immediately.
I would have contemplated it more. It'd have been
I
like,
definitely would have contemplated it more. That's for sure, man.
Oh yeah.
We're getting close to the end here, so I wanted to go around the panel and see if you guys want to promote anything. But real quick, let me say good morning to Mrs. Neverland.
She made it.
I'm excited for the Office set. It looks so detailed. Yes. The one thing I want to know about that Office set is printed pieces and stuff like that. Because honestly, I feel like, mean, look, when I say this, take it with a grain of salt because I think every Lego set is pretty like overpriced. But $120 for this seems pretty reasonable, especially if they have a lot of printed pieces. But I have a feeling they're gonna have a sticker sheet like this long. But
I'm just impressed. 15 figures, $120. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and look again, if you're a fan of the show, man, it's a must-have because those are. I'm sure they're all gonna be pretty exclusive minifigs too, man.
Oh yeah.
So
especially for the clothes and everything.
Right. Hey, BFab's here. What's up, BFab?
Glad you made it.
Sold horribly. Yeah, I didn't think it did, man. I didn't think it sold good at all. Optimus Prime isn't Lego Ideas. I know. I was just talking about in general, just Lego sets selling and not selling. I still can't believe Hasbro licensed something to Lego. Oh, you talking about that Hot Wheels? Or wait, no. I saw Hot Wheels that was
Hasbro owns the Optimus Prime.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know, man. They both made money off it, I'm sure. Amberlia, you want to promote anything you're going up? I know you talked about your first or your 72-hour stream that you're going to do. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, no. Basically, I'm just excited to, kind of get started more on my channel and some ideas for it. Like I said, I'm not trying to grow like the brand or anything, but I really want to use it to engage with the community, and I am so excited to start, doing that. And in fact, for my 72-hour stream, like I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do. I need to kind of like figure out or pick something.
You could build a habitat.
I was gonna say that. I was actually like, after this, maybe I could do that habitat. I do wonder though, when I do like custom things, I might need to put a disclaimer because I can get frustrated. I'm building mobs.
Well,
like,
yeah. Don't feel too pressured to not say anything if you're frustrated.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why usually for high streams I used to put disclaimers all the time, just so people knew.
Yeah.
That's why they have the cough button on the microphone. Just hit the cough button.
Well, it's funny because when because I'm not normally someone who cusses, especially with an 8-year-old. So I'm always trying to like be careful of my language.
Oh,
but my husband used to laugh that when we would start playing like Left 4 Dead on Xbox, that he would slowly start going around and closing all the windows in our apartment. And I'm like, what's happening? And it's like, do you not hear yourself? Because the language coming out of your mouth is atrocious. What is happening? Atrocious. I mean, it's I turn into this weird, crazy person saying the worst things because I'm killing zombies, and I'm like yelling at them. Obviously, mock building is not that bad, but I always have to I got to watch myself because when I get frustrated or super excited and get a little,
Yeah, no, don't keep it bottled up. Somebody was wondering, do you know what the time and date is for the 72-hour one that you got?
Yeah,
it's okay.
It is.
I was gonna say if you don't have it right now, we can put it in the description or something later.
Yeah, it's right before Jay's.
It's on Thursday, and I believe yours is at 7 a.m. CST.
Yes.
Central Time.
Right before
you. Yeah, so that's 8 a.m.
So just hop
time.
on for me and stay for Jay.
There you go. There you go. No, that's awesome though. Let's see, she went dark, so there you are. Brick Babe, you got anything you wanna shout out or anything?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, just Mom and Mo Mondays, just on IG. I'm trying to do more on YouTube, so in the future you'll see me there. I have some stuff planned, but right now,
what time is Mom and Me's on Monday?
Oh, Mom and Mo.
Mom and Mo.
It's at 8 on Monday. So 8. We're in Maryland, so it's 8 Eastern Standard Time.
PM or AM?
PM.
I'm the PMs. All right.
Awesome. And also, just as usual, everybody's links to their channels and stuff are in the description. So,
Excellent.
Oldendorf, what about you, man? You want to shout anything out, man?
Didn't catch that.
You want to like plug anything, shout anything out? You got anything coming up you want to promote?
I was planning to do a live stream tomorrow.
Okay.
But because the weather happening in the UK, heat wave warning.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no choice but to cancel it.
Okay. Well, everybody just stay tuned. Maybe it'll cool down and he can have it. But yeah, I heard you guys are going through a little bit of a heat wave over there, man. Because I thought it would have cooled down by now, and it seems like it's getting hotter.
Yeah, if it's getting hot in Europe, please check on your elderly neighbors. All right.
Yeah.
Please check on them.
Yeah,
especially the heat wave.
Yeah, especially if they don't have AC or nothing like that either, man. But I will tell you, even with AC, like over in Texas, man, I've been reading stories about like their whole grid might go down again.
Yeah, it's been really hot here.
Oh, are you in Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's ridiculous how hot it is over there right now, and Texas
like,
is already hot.
Yeah, it's at least 100 every day.
So I'm hoping, yeah, you guys will be able to keep that electric on, man, because you don't want to lose AC. Because, yeah, because I remember you guys just went through this crap in the winter, man, and then didn't have heat for a while. So, yeah, Mr. Soros Ross, man, he's out there too. He says it's been 105 for weeks, dude. That's crazy, man. And let me, and I can assume that's the actual temperature too. That's not even like the heat index. That's just like the temperature. Because if that's the temperature, the heat index is probably like 115 or so.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is here. Like it might be like 90 degrees, but with the humidity and the heat index, it feels like it's like 100 or something, But I know we don't have no Texas heat.
All right.
Yeah. So Eric, you want to plug anything real quick before we wrap our show up?
Just YouTube channel. I'm kind of on Instagram. Just kind of post stuff now and again. I've been working on a lot of different stuff. I did a pretty cool like alternate build on the TIE Fighter a couple days ago. That's doing pretty well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just doing like speed builds and just kind of branching out for now.
Oh, that's good. It's good. Yeah. Everybody check Eric out as well. And yeah, that's awesome. I hope to definitely see all your stuff grow in any way that you want it to. And I wanted to again thank you guys for being on here as well. But before we wrap it up, TJ, what about you? You want to plug anything?
Let's see. I've got the 72-hour stream. My slot is Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Time, so 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That'll go for 2 hours. I'll be building something. Let's see. I also have the minifigure count video that's going to come out soon.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how many I have, and I've got some other content in the works. We'll see if that comes out this week.
Awesome. What about you, Doc? Oh.
The daily dose of the sand crawler. That's what you're gonna get from me. Constantly building.
Dude, that is great.
Constantly building the sand crawler. So that's what I will be doing.
Yeah, and it is a big sand crawler.
Oh yeah, the two halves have finally come together. So it's looking good.
Gracious, man. As far as me goes, I got all kinds of wacky stuff coming out. Stop motions eventually. They're coming. I got to get back on that. I don't know. I got so much stuff I'm working on at the moment. I don't even know where to begin. But just stay tuned to the channel and you'll see it. But as always, we do have Good Morning Brick World every single Sunday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time for a good 2 hours.
7 Pacific. Yeah, for the early birds.
7 Pacific. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Please stay cool out there and stay safe and stay well. And we will see you guys on the next Good Morning Brick World. And thank you to our guests. We appreciate you.
Hang out in the green room. Hang out in the green room, guys.
Yeah,
don't run away.
You don't have to leave right away. So, all right, let's play that outro.
All right.
Doc.
Another great one.
It was definitely another great one. I really appreciated having subscribers on just to talk about whatever,
Exactly. I was glad Jay even talked. It was amazing.
Yes. I feel like Jay is like the Silent Bob of our community, where everybody just feels like he never talks, but if you listen once in a while, he says some stuff. Sometimes he even talks a lot.
Oh yeah. And it seems like Amberlia, I don't know, she's one to watch. I feel like she's one to watch on the YouTube. She's gonna do something.
And as always, you know, we really appreciate everybody being out there. I feel like if you're not a morning person, sometimes this show can be difficult, you know? I know it's difficult for me.
Yeah, it is for me too. Crack of dawn. Bye.
Crack of dawn. Bye, everyone.